you guys, and welcome back to the gym. My name is Erica Keyel, and I'm here with a kind of a different setup for you guys. I'm here at my home. I have full plans to relax, kind of not do much, but it's so weird because as soon as I turned my TV on, which I looked, it happened to be 2:22 when I did it, but for whatever reason, I couldn't get any of my apps to work. I couldn't get my Netflix to work. I couldn't get my anything to work. So I'm like, okay, I hear you, Spirit. So I'm coming to you guys with a message, a general reading for, it feels like Divine Feminine. Okay, so we're just gonna pull some cards here. I have the Crow Tarot, and I have a couple of different oracle decks here that we'll take a look at too. So yeah, how are you guys? I hope y'all are doing well. I actually worked last night myself, so I had to get some rest. So here I am. Delivering, serving, giving you guys this message. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you need me to relay to the collective? What is the message that you need me to give today? All right, so we have the Nine of Swords, actually. So now that I'm here talking about getting some sleep, getting some rest, we have the Nine of Swords showing up. So that's letting me know that some of you possibly could not be resting as well as you may need to. But what I'm finding is that the restlessness is coming from this new purpose that you found, okay? I'm noticing here the cage at the top of the deck there, okay? And how that cage is open and we've got that crow just kind of flowing around, flying, you know, just busy, busy, busy. And this is actually my first time using this deck, so we're exploring it together. But I'm noticing that it's a result of this crow being busy, loose, free, okay? So that's the energy that I really am getting as the Nine of Swords pops up. So there is this sense of exhaustion, but the purpose or the intent of the exhaustion is really to kind of propel you to the next level. It's almost essentially the feeling you're not tired until you're tired, right? So that is the kind of energy that I get. One that some of us could possibly be even working against spirit, against the energy that surrounds us. So some of us are just busy and exhausted because we are working against the natural current and flow of energy, right? Okay, so let's see how we can possibly shift that. If you guys see Princess, my cat, she may be walking in the background. So yeah, let's see what we have here. I just saw the Magician card pop up. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have for the collective? Divine Feminine. What is it that is keeping them from resting well? Okay. All right, and we have the Ten of Wands. You guys, I really can't make this up. We have the Nine of Swords and also the Ten of Wands, okay? So Divine Feminine, what the message that we're getting here, quite clear, is that you're doing way too much, okay? And I'm sure that it may feel like that. So the crazy thing is that even though you're having these restless nights, you're doing all of these things, you're full of all of this energy, I do feel a sense of like heavy exhaustion, almost as if like you're possibly yawning all day. You could even potentially find yourself falling asleep during these tasks, things of that nature. So even though you can't fall asleep at night, I get the sense that you are extremely exhausted physically, to where I can see where this exhaustion could very well quickly manifest into a possible illness. Anytime that we see the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands, we run that risk. Okay, so that is a situation where someone is just kind of at their wits' end. They are depleted, essentially. Wow. Wow. I mean, if we look at this image here, it's a picture of a crow that is carrying like a bundle of 10 sticks. So it's like, when have we ever seen that? When do we ever see that, right? So it's something that is very impossible, but the idea of it happening is exhausting in itself if I were the crow, right? So it's just this sense of just exhaustion. But I'm also noticing that it's like, who else is around to help is what I'm getting. Is what I'm getting for you, Divine Feminine. It's like, well, I'm only doing it because I have to. Or if I had another option, I wouldn't do it this way. But essentially what I'm kind of getting is that there is a pride of being able to do it all. There's a pride that comes with being the only one, and yes, I did it, it's done. You know, for some of you, you're even having some conversations where you could potentially be speaking to family members, possibly your if you have children, you're speaking to your children's father in a way of honor, as if to say, yeah, I did it, yeah, I'm doing it on my own, thanks for nothing, you know, kind of energy. Which is fine. I mean, of course, we all have the ability to make choices and decisions, but the reality of it is that no one can flourish. There is nothing that can be born from this type of energy. Okay, there's nothing that can be created from this space. And us as Divine Feminine, this is the very essence of our existence, is to create. Okay, is for things to be born from that. And from that 10 of Wands and 9 of Swords, nothing's being created from that. We're just checking things off of the to-do list, right? Okay, what message does Divine Feminine need to hear? Thank you, Spirit. What message does Divine Feminine need to hear today? Wow. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, yeah? So talking about creativity, talking about inspiration, okay? That is the Queen of Wands, okay? But you notice, what is the energy that this crow is exhibiting that the other two are not, right? This is absolutely Divine Feminine, Queen of Wands, okay? We see the two lions here that are just resting right at the crow's feet. But and this crow is just sitting on her throne. I mean, we can even see the crown that she's wearing here, right? So what difference that stands out for me, collective, is the way that crow is sitting pretty, I like to say, opposed to the way that the two of these crows are moving, okay? There's that constant energy of moving, moving, moving. But as we're doing these things, understand that that's moving us further away from our Divine Feminine energy, which is yin, which is to receive and to know how to create from that space of receiving, creating magic from that space. Okay, so that's what it is. So sometime in the very near future, it could be after you've completely exhausted yourself, unfortunately, collective, you will see that you're able to accomplish more. Again, you're able to see these things flourish flourish. You've got flowers, sunflowers there. You've got all of these things, and it's being presented as the Queen of Wands in a way where the queen is just sitting there and all of these beautiful things are surrounding her. We've got divine masculine right at her feet. Okay, so that is, you know, a very beautiful, powerful message, and we hear you, Spirit. We hear you, right? So the goal here is to really be able to figure out, okay, how is it that I can learn to, as I'm saying that, balance, Two of Pentacles, you guys, on the bottom of the deck. How is it that I can learn to balance and learn to really take heed to what I need to do? Okay, what has to get done versus how I take care of myself as priority in that process, right? And so for a lot of you, that could look like a self-care day, that could look like massage, that can look like to be able to read a good book, okay? Oh, wow. I'm loving this deck also, by the way. So let's see what else we have. Spirit, what do we have to clarify this Ten of Wands, this heavy burden that Divine Feminine carries around? Do you have any insight on this heavy burden from Divine Feminine? Wow, you guys. Let's see what we have here. Spirit, please clarify the Ten of Wands here. Thank you. It's the Hangman. Okay, so there needs to be a shift in perspective. As I was speaking of before, this is a case where we may believe that it looks cute or that it's the trendy thing or that being, you know, INDE. And I'm thinking about that Boosie song as I'm giving this reading. But there is a badge of honor that society has taught us that we should wear when we're doing it all and we're getting it all done and all of these things. But it is unnatural for a woman to feel exhausted, to feel depleted, to feel unseen, okay, to feel neglected by self. That in itself, you guys, is a very, very difficult feeling, to feel neglected by self. Like, you know, a lot of times we are looking at a situation where I don't have any support, I don't have this, I don't have any of that. What accountability are we holding for ourselves when we are neglecting self? We look for everyone else to have our back, but what about us having us, right? And that is when we start to have this this feeling of loneliness, okay? This feeling as if we're displaced, okay? It's because we're not looking out for us, okay? We aren't. Not them, not those, not they, but us. We're not looking out for us, okay? That includes saying no, okay, sometimes, whether it's to our children, whether it's to our parents. If you're in that position where you're taking care of parents, whatever the situation is, it includes saying no when we need to. Extra hours at work, you know. Sometimes friends want to kick it, and sometimes the response should be, you know, not today. I need to spend some time with myself, okay? And that is okay, right? Let's see, what else do we have here for the Queen of Wands? Spirit, please clarify this beautiful Queen of Wands that here. What else do we have? Thank you for this downloaded message today. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, right? I love that. So that's letting me know with the Two of Swords showing up that there has to be some decisions made here. There has to be some sort of balance, I'll say. Okay, maybe you even have to cut some people off, right? But it's about really protecting yourself in here. It's about protecting yourself. And it's about protecting your resources for some of you. Okay? I'm going to even say that some of you are like going out paying for dates. Things like that, you guys. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you know that you want to be treated, don't be out here taking strangers out on dates. Like, we're not doing that. Okay, so this is, it's about stepping and choosing to step in back inside of that divine feminine energy. Okay, when we're talking about the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, this is very masculine. I got it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I got it. Let me carry in all the groceries with one arm type of thing. Okay, when in actuality, Spirit is reminding us here, divine feminine, that it is about us understanding the essence of femininity. What exactly does it mean to live a soft life? Okay, what exactly does it mean to draw things into you? Okay, so this is why it's so very important for us to understand how things evolved from where they started. Okay, from women being utilized as these very mystical, magical, beautiful creatures, right? African tribes would worship their women, some of them. They would, specifically when she was experiencing that time of the month, or menses, right? So when we're going through these things, when we are learning all of these different things about our culture now versus where it was, where things began, then it helps us understand where we've possibly deviated away from the original purpose, right? So when we're hearing things like chivalry is dead, we better be trying to bring it back. We better be trying to resurrect that shit, because when we start experiencing a dynamic where we have I'll do it, I'll get it done, we're going to start seeing quite a few broken households, even more than what we see now, and a lot of different dynamics shift. Okay, a lot of different dynamics we will see shift, right? And I'm also, especially because I'm really channeling for some reason single mothers of sons, especially in that energy. It is so important, women. This is a message that I feel like we need to get out, and this message is about divine feminine energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be female, but I am speaking to female identified persons at this point, and understanding that when we are raising these children, it's important for our sons to see us in divine feminine energy. Okay, that's the best thing that we can do. If you're a single mom raising sons, they have to see you moving in divine feminine. Okay, the last thing that we want to do is continue to raise children, sons who are seeing women act in masculine energy. Okay, this is causing so much confusion. This is causing so much confusion. I mean, I'm getting like chaos. It is causing a lot, you guys, and I think it's really important to mention that on this reading. Our sons need to be able to identify divine feminine. They don't need to have this, okay, well, I'm looking for a woman who's very feminine but does everything. Like, we have to dead that, you guys. We have to dead that. Spirit, is there any other messages that we need at this time for divine feminine? Very beautiful message. Wow, it's heavier than what I was expecting, which I figured. So I'm like, let me just turn my camera on and see what Spirit has for us. Please clarify this Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? Exactly, you guys. As I said, the Magician. That's why. Because we have to understand how to use the resources surrounding us that are available to us, how to use that magic. A lot of you women are totally disconnected from magic as it stands, right? Everything, your sacred cycle, all of these things that are happening. Society really has us disconnected from our ability, from our magic, from our juge, from all of these things, right? So let me tap in here with the Green Witch Oracle and just see if there's anything herb-wise that we need that could help us. Yeah, it's about working that magic, you guys. Working it effortless. Look, this crow is literally just here, absorbing, creating. you know, using that magic. And that's really what it's about, okay? It's about using less energy and more intent is what I'm getting. Thank you, Spirit, for this message. Love. Yes. Love. So I really, really love this, okay? And we can see like down here in the little corner, love potion here, because that's what it's about. Like a lot of us need to change up our magic, what we're doing, understanding magic for a lot of us. That's just a different video in itself. So it's mainly just about us understanding we need to step inside of love, inside of abundance, inside of all of these energies available around us, okay? And we need to utilize this energy. We need to do something with it. It's just hanging around with no direction, no intent, okay? Let me see here. Then when we see someone like Beyonce, who's learned how to work her magic, we're marveled by that. We're consumed by that. You know, and a person like me, I'm like, I mean, she's dope, but she's just someone working her magic. And we all have that ability, okay? We all have that ability, affection. You guys, this deck has so much in it. This deck has so many different words in it. If I was to spread it out and show you, you'd be like, oh, wow, that word is in there. But for love and affection to pop out, okay? Love and affection, you guys. We've got spinach, or we could say leaves, and we have tomatoes, okay? The foundation of a salad, pretty much, okay? The root of it. Love and affection is exactly that. That's what we need to be able to embody as divine feminine. You guys, this reading is so on point. So on point, so on time. If this is speaking to you, thumbs up this message. Share the video, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Let's big up the channel. I want everyone who needs to hear this, who needs to tap into this, I want them here. And you guys can help do that by subscribing to the channel and sharing my videos, liking my videos, re-watching them if you need to, if you feel like you missed something. Okay. Let's see if we have anything from the map. Okay. 2 came out. We have Golden Palace. Okay, again, a reminder that we should be sitting on our throne, in our castles, you know, untouchable, right? But also for a lot of you, I'm getting that there could be some sort of need for you to pay attention to your home, and for you to sow into your home, possibly cleanse your home. I'm getting a lot of you guys, for some reason, may have people who are in and out of your home, making sure that we're cleansing the energy, and that we're understanding exactly what it means to have a sacred space, okay? And you could be seeing the numbers 333, which I love when that shows up. You could be seeing that. And the second card was commitment, okay? Commitment. So, and we're seeing the reference here. We've got hearts. We've got all of these cute little things that are showing up in this card here, right? So this is about making a decision to yourself. I'm going to give up worrying. I'm going to give up stress. I'm going to give up chasing. That's a big one, you guys, because we're hearing about chasing the bag, finding the man you want. These are all things that society has us thinking are okay, and that the Matrix has us believing it's our duty, our responsibility to show up as the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Restless, defeated, exhausted, concealed up. You know, we're just hiding all of these different remnants of what we're experiencing. And instead, Spirit is saying, no, you need to learn how to receive, okay? You need to learn how to receive. And again, we need to learn how to work our magic, okay? We're showing up as the Queen of Wands. We want to show up with the passion, and we're going to get there. I mean, it's showing up here in the reading. We are going to get there. but it's about, are we going to get there fresh, rejuvenated, young spirited, ready to go? Or are we going to come there drained, exhausted, with 10 swords in our back, looking like the 10 of swords, right? Are we going to come there showing up as a corpse? So there are a lot of things here that this reading was really jam-packed with so much. This was a reading that I wasn't expecting to come out with this, many messages in this way, but it's a very clear message here, Divine Feminine, is that you don't have to do everything. Okay, start making a list of just 3 things that it is that you want to accomplish for that day. Complete those 3 things, you guys. I promise, if this routine will get you to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whatever goal it is. So spend your time, the first part of your morning, or however you want to do it, completing those 3 things. Once you've completed that, make a commitment. Okay, make a commitment to yourself. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day now. Okay, I'm going to take myself to lunch today. Okay, I'm going to sit outside under a tree, barefoot, reading a good book today. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb today. Okay, that is a big one, you guys. There is so much relief that comes from just not being contacted, from being able to step away from the rigmarole of our day-to-day life in this country. If you're in America, if you're watching this from the US, it's so much stuff. It's like overwhelm. For me, it's overwhelm. I'm Gemini sun, Aries moon, Gemini rising. Okay, so it's like I have to step away from communication, from stimulation. I have to step away from those things routinely. For some of you, you just need to enjoy a bath. That's an easy way to be able to cleanse your energy on a daily aspect. That's something that you can do every single day if you choose, of course, to cleanse yourself, wash away your shift, wash away, maybe a bad conversation. I was having a talk with a really close friend of mine yesterday, and we were having a discussion about how we've learned that we can choose not to respond to something within that moment. We can choose not to handle something in that moment. And I know for me, I'm going to choose to handle something later if my cup isn't overflowing. If my cup is not overflowing, I don't have the energy today. And that's just period. If I'm not full, if I don't have a little bit to spill, a little bit to share, then I'm not giving anything. Okay? And that's about protecting me, right? That's about protecting your energy source, your energy, access to God, right? So yeah, wow. Super powerful message. Again, my name is Erica Keyel. You guys are so super dope. I want to thank you so much for checking out the gym. Thank you guys so much for helping to grow the platform. It's so super exciting. I'm happy to be here. It feels amazing to be out in front of the camera, delivering these downloads, these messages. And it just feels great to be doing my part. That's something that fills my cup up. It really, really does. I have my 10th house or midheaven is in Pisces. So doing this work is fulfilling for me. And I encourage you to find what fills you up, what's fulfilling for you. So yeah, again, my name is Erica Keyel. You guys join the vibe. Become a gym rat. Let's do this thing. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.